I would like to welcome you all in the preparation of core companies and training and different type of competitive examination. So in this session, I'm going to discuss most important concepts on signals and systems, which is very important for GATE examination and various UPSC examinations and even state level examinations such as Kerala PSC, Assistant Electrical Inspector, Assistant Engineer, and also other state examination also. So those are preparing for the core company or core like government jobs. Definitely you can make use of this session. I promise you that you will get at least a few questions from this session. I can guarantee you. So I request everybody to watch completely till the end of the video. Moving on to the discussion. So this topic is mainly dealing with the signals and system. First of all, I will be letting you know the different classification of signals, such as what is a continuous time signal, which defines all time values. That means it is represented by x of t. If I talk about like a discrete time signal, it is defined only at a discrete time constant. It is represented by x of n in this fashion. What is analog signal? Amplitude is continuous, example is sine wave. Digital signal, both time and amplitude, which are in discrete form. For example is binary signal like 1, 0, 0, 1, etc. If I talk about like a deterministic signal, which is fully predictable, for example, sine 2 pi t. If I talk about like a random signal which cannot be predicted, there is a difference between deterministic and random signal. Example, noise signal is one of the random signal. If I talk about like a periodic signal, repeats after a time period t. For example, sine omega t, which varies from every interval. This is one time. Again, it is going to repeat for another cycle. It keeps on going. If I talk about like a aperiodic signal, which is opposite to that of periodic signal, which does not repeat. For example, e to the power minus t u of t. That is a best example of aperiodic signal. Another important question which you can observe in different examination, that is even and odd signal. So if I talk about even signal, x of t, that is that is equal to x of minus t. Example is cos t. Whenever I talk about like a odd signal, x of minus t, that is equal to x of t. Best example is sin t. Very, very important. Another one is what is energy and power signal. So energy signal is finite, where power zero, that is equal to energy signal. For example, e to the power minus t u of t, that is a best example of energy signal. If I talk about like a sine t, that is an example of power signal. So make a better comparison between power and energy signal. Also, like energy signals are finite, where like a power zero, that is equal to energy signal. That you have to remember. So this is one of the best example of strategic preparation. So I think you can manage it. Kindly make a brief note on this. Another important formula, energy signal, that is equal to minus infinity to infinity, x of t the whole square d of t. That is a general formula of energy signal. If I talk about like a power signal, limit the time period t, capital T tends to infinity, 1 by t minus t to t, x of t the whole square d of t. That is a major definition between energy and power signal. Energy finite, that is nothing but energy signal. If I talk about like energy infinite and power finite, then it is known as power signal. Kindly request everybody to note down this point in your diary or notebook. So this is very, very important. So most of the examination you can expect this kind of confusing fact. Elementary signals, unit impulse signal, here delta of t is equal to 1, but other what about other point t is equal to 0, then output will be 0 only. So sampling property, integral of x of t delta of t minus t naught dt is equal to x of t naught. Unit step signal, usually denoted by u of t, which is 0 for t less than 0, for 1 t greater than or is equal to 0. It is mainly used for switching application. Kindly make a note of this. Ramp signal, that is equal to t into u of t. It is linearly increasing. If I talk about like exponential signal, e to the power minus at u of t, growth and decay will be happening for exponential signal. If I talk about sinusoidal signal, a into sine omega t plus phi, it is a periodic signal. If I talk about like a rectangular pulse, it will be like a we can a for the t. Then discrete impulse signal, delta of n is equal to 1 at n is equal to 0. For other conditions, it will be 0 only. Like a description, it's a digital version. Basic operation you have to study. Time shifting, then the effect will be delay or advance. You have to remember this form in the form of continuous form and discrete form. Time scaling, x of 8 is equal to, or like you can say x of 80. It is a compression or expression. Amplitude scaling, a into x of t. Okay, it's a gain control. These are the effect gain control. Kindly remember this. Time reversal, x of minus t. Similarly, mirror about y-axis, addition and subtraction. You can remember x1 of t plus or minus x2 of t. You can write in digital form also, combining the signal. Multiplication, modulation. Like a effect will be like modulation. x1 of t into x2 of t. That is a modulation effect, multiplication. Integration, that is a accumulation. It is also known as summation. Okay, integral of x of t dt. If I talk about discrete, sigma x of n. The system process system. What is the difference between signal and system? If I talk about system, a process that transform input x of t into output y of t. Such kind of segment is known as system. There are different systems, linear and non-linear. So here we will come to know if it holds superposition theorem, then it is called linear system, else non-linear. Example, RC circuit is the best example of linear circuit. If I talk about like a diode, it's a non-linear circuit. Regarding the time invariant, system behavior changes with respect to time. That is called a time invariant system. If I talk about like a causal system, it depends only on the present. If I talk about like a non-causal system, we can say in opposite manner, we can say, okay, causal and a non-causal system. Similarly, static and dynamic. It depends on past or future. Then we can say a static system. Otherwise, non-static or dynamic. Okay. So y of t is equal to 2 into x of t. That is called a static system. Stable and unstable. So like bounded input, bounded output condition, which follows stability. Otherwise, unstable. Invertible and non-invertible system. Unique input and output. It is there or not. Then it is known as invertible system. Else, like a non-invertible. Example of invertible system, y of t is equal to 2x of t. That is called invertible system. So this is the best example. So make a note of this. Okay. So these 2 points are very important. Invertible and non-invertible system. So these are the important points you have to remember from the topic system. So linearity test, you check about whether the system holds superposition or not. Okay, follow this. Then we'll say about linearity test. If I talk about like a time invariance, if the input shift causes identical shift to the output, that is called time invariance. Causality depends on y of t naught depends only on x of t less than or is equal to t naught. Stability, bounded input, bounded output condition. Sampling process. What is like impulse train sampling? Follow this equation. Sampling theorem. So the main thing is to purpose of the sampling theorem is to avoid the loss information. The sampling frequency greater than or is equal to 2 times the maximum frequency. That is called a Nyquist rate. This formula is very, very important. Even you can see in different examination. This point is most important and kindly don't forget. What is aliasing effect? According to aliasing effect, the sampling frequency should be less than 2 into f max. For higher frequencies, hold into base band. So distortion will occur. Like whenever f is less than 2 f max, higher frequencies hold into like a band, like a base band, and it causes distortion. Then whole circuit. What is a whole circuit? Zero order hold and first order hold. Very, very important. If I talk about like a ZOH, or zero order hold, holds prevents the sample till next. That is actually called zero order hold and its function. Holds prevents the sample till next. Staircase output will be the like exact output of the ZOH. If I talk about like a first order hold, linearly interpolate between the samples. Smoother output you are able to get for the first order hold. Okay, please do remember this difference between zero order hold and first order hold. So most of the examination you can see these kind of questions. Energy signal equation you can remember, power signal also you can remember. This is an equation for linearity. Then sampling, fs greater than or equal to 2 into f max. Impulse sampling, excess of t is equal to x of t into that is equal to summation of delta of t minus nts. Aliasing condition fs less than 2 into f max. That is called the aliasing condition. Overlap occurs. So here aliasing condition, why it is required, it is already mentioned over here. Aliasing effect, that is like a distortion. Measure the distortion. Okay. Then most repeated questions, comparison of energy and power signal, difference between analog and digital signal, state and prove sampling theorem. These are the descriptive type questions you can expect, especially in the UPSC examination, IES examination. Define causal system and non-causal system. Even the difference between zero order hold and first order hold. Classify the system with example. The Nyquist rate is that is very, very important. And even you can see this kind of numerical example for your examination. Suppose x of t equal to sine 200 pi t. Find the minimum sampling frequency. So here f max equal to how much? 100 hertz. Okay, f max equal to 100 hertz. Then fs greater than or equal to 200 hertz. That's a condition. Then x of t, a function is given. It's a function. Find energy. So take the like integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus 4t dt, that is equal to 1/4. Check if y of t is equal to x of t minus 2 plus x of t minus 3 is LTA. It is a linear time invariant system. Definitely it's an LTA system. For discrete time signal, x of n equal to cos pi n by 2. Find the period, that is equal to 4. Period is equal to 4. Find out the best answer. What is the effect of undersampling? That is aliasing. Effect of undersampling is dash. That is aliasing effect. Please do remember these important points. Okay. Likewise, you can expect some important questions in your university examination, then UPSC examination, and other multiple choice based questions. Important points need to be remembered. Linear means superposition. Time invariant means shift in the input. Also shift in the output. Sampling, follow the Nyquist rule. That means 2 into highest frequency sampling. Aliasing, undersampling, distortion. That is the purpose of the important points aliasing. Causality or causality. No dependence on future input. ZOH, the output will be staircase. FOH output is just like a sloped, very smooth. That is actually the difference between ZOH output and FOH output. Zero order hold and first order hold. So these are the important points you have to remember. However, you may get a few important questions from these points. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. If anybody is preparing for competitive examination in the like domain of electrical, then electronics, etc., kindly share this video. Also, these questions can be expected for the university examination as well. Even you can prepare for UPSC examination. So kindly like this video. Also, kindly subscribe our channel for getting the similar kind of video. I wish you all the very best for your examination. Happy learning. Have a great day. If you have any queries, please do let me know. I would like to clarify further. You can mail me and you can message me. Thank you all. Happy learning. Wish you all the very best.